How's it going, everybody? It feels like I haven't seen you in so long. I actually haven't done any readings in quite some time. Or I've done readings on the side, but no general readings. I was in a car accident last year that really kind of put me down for a while. I had to get surgery and all kinds of craziness, and so I've missed you guys, and I feel like I feel like, I haven't seen anybody for a very long time, and so I'm just super happy to be back in the swing of things. And with that in mind, I'm actually going to do things a little bit differently. I feel like, why not give you guys a whole well-rounded view of how the month's going to look. So the way I'm going to do things now is I'm going to give you just a very brief, understanding of the major things that are going on in the month. So the new moon, the full moon, and any kind of astrological events going on. And then I'm going to pull cards for love, health, and wealth. So you get a very well-rounded idea of the best things that you can do in a month for yourself to get the full benefit and to hopefully be able to use that energy and move forward. Hey Libras, alright, let's take a look and start with love here and see what messages come out for love. Overall, I'm seeing that there are some get-togethers happening, probably more with family or siblings or social things like that, but I also see that I did get a message that maybe there are some of you who are introducing maybe some partners to family members, or getting introduced to family members, things like that, which I feel like in that case, you would be getting some answers as far as where the direction of the relationship's going, the stability of it and how that other person feels about you. I do get the message here, the answers that you need are coming. Let me pull that back here for you guys. There we go. And with respect to that, relationships for you guys are going to be maybe a little bit busy when it comes to trying to, conquer all different sides, with work, with family, with relationships, with dating. All of those things are going to maybe require a little bit of juggling. So the more that you're just kind of going with the flow of things, you're not really getting, agitated and frustrated, you're not questioning things, you're just kind of going with it and doing the best that you can, and that's all that energy, or all the Spirit's really asking for you to do. Overall, this is kind of a fun time. This is your vibe this month is actually feeling pretty good in January. There's a lot going on in the life side of things, which we'll touch on here in a second, and so that definitely kind of pumps you up for feeling good in the love side of things. Makes you feel like you've got some optimism, and things are going in the right direction. So balance taking place in other areas of your life definitely helps here, but it's also letting you know that being able to balance and maintain your energy is going to continue to let more potential and continue to let this just flow very evenly, without the ups and downs and things like that. So just kind of keep that in mind when it comes to moving forward, and trying to balance all of the life and love types of things. So let's see, where is love at the moment? Luck is on your side. So again, that's pretty much what I was feeling too, is that everything's just kind of on the up and up, and so you're really in a really great, energy for manifesting, for potential. Things are just going really well for a lot of you, and whatever that might be, obviously very different for those of you, but personal life, I feel like, is in a really good, stable position, and so you're able to just kind of be very free-flowing, and you're able to speak your truth, speak your mind, and feel very confident and stable in your energy. And so in love, I would imagine you're probably exuding a lot of good energy. You have all this charisma. You're probably getting a bit of attention from maybe exes or just people in general. Do just take into consideration being, mindful and just discerning, any red flags or anything that's just kind of going a little bit too fast. This is a good time to just kind of take a step back and look at things a little bit more in the bigger picture, before just moving forward and things like that. So just a little message on the side for those of you, especially if you're dating. And I don't think you're having a problem with this, but definitely don't feel like hesitation to really show the real you. Like I said, you've just got this really great energy about you, and it's gaining a lot of attention, and it's exuding a lot of energy, and just a lot of confidence. And so, just be careful not to give too much of that, to people who don't deserve it. That's the main message I'm getting there. Especially people who act like they have a lot of emotions going on, that's going to be the people who are going to really reach out and want to just kind of pull that energy from you because you've got so much of it. Definitely keep them at an arm's length, okay? So let's take a look at work here. One message that did come out for work is that you definitely have an opportunity for some recognition this month. So if you have like a meeting or an opportunity to really showcase skills, you can definitely do that because there is some progression or someone's kind of discovering you in a certain new light. So really step it up this month when it comes to that. That way you can gain the attention that will bring you even more satisfaction to the to your reality. Bring love into the situation. So the message I got was, the same passion that you put into your stuff day to day that really gets people's attention for whatever project or whatever opportunity this is. Go after it with everything you got, because in some way or another that's going to bring like a new vitality to the way somebody looks at you or your team or whatever that is. And so just a really great opportunity for more prosperity and more attention and more attention, as far as recognition and things like that, wealth, establishment in a career, whatever it is. So just keep that in mind. That's a super big message that came out. I'm also getting the message that when it comes to home, there can be for some of you, there's some really fun and exciting things going on in the home. Investments maybe in upgrading the home. You could be purchasing a new home, or even just looking at one. You could be making plans, maybe planning to do some renovations. But overall, I feel like you are really focusing in on getting excited about really changes that could be, I guess, more like renovations, more, redoing, renewing, recycling, those kinds of concepts. And investing, and just having a really good time with it. I also feel like money is in a really good position for you, or maybe your partner, you and the person you're dating, whatever that is. You've got a really great opportunity to just kind of enjoy the ride, enjoy what some of these, breakthroughs will bring you. And so some of you could be experiencing maybe there's like an inheritance coming, or possibly this new position has brought you an increased amount of money. So now you really gotta showcase your skills so you can keep this up. Whatever this is, you guys are sitting really comfortable this month, and just able to make some choices and feeling very encouraged by the stability. So it also could be coming in from somebody kind of partnering up with you, maybe in business, or maybe your partner is gaining that financial stability. Maybe this is somebody else in your family, but just the more you can really move forward with that confidence, that stability, that consistency, you're in a really, really good position, okay? All right, lovely. So I hope that gives you some clarity and just kind of helps validate, how the month's going to go for you. I wouldn't be really fussing too much about any of it because it looks fantastic. So we're starting off the year with a super, super powerful and important type of new moon. It actually happened on the 2nd, and it's a really great time for a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff flowing in the mind, a lot of need for balance, a lot of need for grounding. So if you guys aren't doing, I'm going to shuffle while I talk here. If you guys aren't doing grounding, I would highly recommend doing, your 15 minutes of some type of meditation that you resonate to in the mornings. I can certainly put one in the box below just so that you can have, one if you don't have any in mind. But 15 minutes of an abundance meditation will not only get you grounded, but it'll get your head in the right space for the day. Even myself, I can't believe how many times I notice my teeth are grinding, or I just have so much energy, built up that I haven't called back. So, having a morning meditation just to kind of get your mind in the right space, and then in the evening, have another one. Even if it's 5 minutes, you guys, just to give yourself some space and some time to call back all the energy that you've dispersed throughout the day. Give yourself some time to really ground out that energy into those roots, into the ground, or whatever you resonate to, and get that white light energy going. White light energy from the top of your head, split it all the way down into a bubble around your body. Just giving yourself that moment to just kind of renew and refresh is about the best thing that you can do for yourself in any given day, especially if you are, out there all over the place talking to a lot of people. So that's where that was. So the new moon, it encourages us to think about old patterns and ways of structuring certain aspects of our lives. In 2021, we really continue to work on that, not devaluing ourselves, but really embracing our values. This particular new moon, typical new moons, you would want to initiate things, but this particular one, it encourages us to navigate this time more than initiate. So you're going to be thinking about how you're practicing your presence, how your awareness is, monitoring your emotions, and deciding really what stays or goes. That kind of pulls us into the full moon. So, you know, we had a lot of things going on in 2021, and this particular full moon is reflecting, and this is going through the 17th is the full moon, just so you guys know, and it's in Cancer, so it can be a little finicky with the emotions, but it does reflect this month. It could bring up feelings and some emotional sensitivities. For others, it could be more irritability than anything. So if you're aware or you notice, you know, your irritations or somebody else's, just pay more attention to maybe bringing a little bit of tenderness and some of that light touch to the situation, as opposed to, you know, fighting the grain or bringing any kind of further intensity into the mix. If you're really aware, you'll notice that there's kind of an ambitious pull towards your purpose, towards power, towards deeper desires, towards goals that you've set. And you can also add some, you know, just some of that gentleness to the load that you've got, because sometimes it can be overwhelming, okay? Excuse me, sorry. And then the Mercury retrograde. Sorry to be the bearer of that one. That one is taking place on the 14th of January. It is going to be in Capricorn and Aquarius, which is interesting. It kind of makes, I'm a little curious on this one. I'm actually a Capricorn and an Aqua cusp baby, so I'm kind of curious on how this one's going to go. I don't know if I should be scared or excited, to be honest with you. But this one is going to let us revise the story that ended in December. So if you've noticed, there's actually kind of a similarity of this, you know, concept and these lessons and tools and things that we're being asked to do between all three of the new moon, the full moon, and the retrograde. So the story that ended in December, it's going to be an opportunity to continue to reflect on that. You're going to have, you know, this opportunity to just kind of reassess, you know, who and what you align with. And it is a slowdown. Remember, guys, it's a slowdown in communication, transportation, sometimes in technology. And so stay a step ahead if you can. If you are able to get things, you know, checked out or deal with things that maybe are some loose ends, as much as possible, just deal with known issues so they don't become bigger ones later. Again, a time to reframe. It's an opportunity to handle anything that you didn't really, maybe, if it wasn't taken care of, again, like loose ends, maybe just be sitting on the back burner. Maybe you just need to look at something as a second look, or maybe you need to edit, you know, whatever's in the goal or whatever's in the plan. But the more open and the more optimistic you are to that, the more confident you're going to have going into 2022. And so I would highly recommend just giving yourself a moment to ask yourself, are you holding yourself back in any way, or are you opening up, you know, to a whole new ball game, which is kind of the goal that you set. I hope that helps. I hope you have a fantastic month. I'm so happy to be back. Feel free to reach out if you're interested in a reading, or if you're interested in a Reiki healing, whatever I can do for you. I have all that information down below, and there's a little list right here as far as some of the things that I offer. So much love. I will talk to you next month. Bye, guys.